Hey friends, welcome to day 16 of the Earth Month Stitch Along. I know everybody's super busy. I have been cleaning my studio and my storage space all day. It's been a crazy day, but I didn't forget, and I'm going to do a really, really quick thing today. And it's going to involve bubble wrap. All right, here we go. Yes, so I found bubble wrap as I was cleaning my things. It's quite the stash. All right, so here's my little plastic thing. Here's some more fuzzy yarn that I found to stitch with. Here's some green yarn from yesterday. And I am going to do something very, very basic. So I found this, which is some kind of netting that was used for something else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut a piece of it, and I am going to stitch it down as if it's a stem of a flower. And I'm just going to take a running stitch all the way through it. Yes, the flowers seem to be the theme, but I can't help it. My show all about flowers, my solo exhibit that is all about flowers has just opened up, so I seem to have flowers on my mind. I cannot get out of flowers. So, but I'm using, well, right now I'm tangling thread like crazy. I am trying to stitch this piece of netting down as though it is a stem of a flower. That is all I found of this netting, is this little sliver. It was used in an artwork that I remember very, very well. It was called Sunrise, and it was the George Washington Bridge with background of Manhattan behind it, and it sold a long, long time ago. But this was the netting that I used for it, and that netting came from my kids' bin that had their toys in it. So I am just cutting a circle out of this sliver of bubble wrap, and I'm going to stitch it down just like that all around. This is, oops, what did I do? Oh well, you can't be perfect all the time. I'm just gonna snip it. Like a kid, I forgot what side my thread was on. Oh well. Anyhow, mistakes are allowed. Mistakes are encouraged, because that is how we all learn, by making mistakes. And I do fully believe that. And I am always making mistakes and then figuring out the best way forward. I like this approach. I hope that some of you might like this approach as well. Make a mistake, figure out what you did wrong, and figure out how to make things better. That is my approach to art and to life as well. So here we go. I did my little bubble wrap circle. That is my very, very simple flower today. Oh, by the way, the bubble wrap, it's easy to stitch through, but the top part, the actual little bubbles, they get really stretchy. So you might want to be just cautious as you're stitching through them. I usually flip it over to the other side so that the stretchy bubbles are trapped between whatever my substrate is and the other side of the plastic. Okay, so now I have more bubbles. I am going to cut this into 2 leaves, because that is all we have time for. So I'm just cutting this into 1 leaf and 2 leaf. Very, very simple. Just your basic leaf shape. And I'm going to take this green thread and I'm going to stitch it right through the middle. That is all that I'm going to do. Just do that middle vein. That is all that is required to make it appear as though it's a leaf besides the leaf shape. So that is all I'm doing. And I'm starting from the top of this leaf because I want to get to the bottom, and then I'm going to not tie off my thread, but I'm just going to go right to the next one. By the way, if I was doing an extensive bit of embroidery on this, I would have taken the time to pop all the bubbles in the bubble wrap first. But because this is just a quick little simple stitch, I did not pop the bubbles ahead of time. The needle is popping it as I am stitching through it, and the scissors pop through the other ones, so it's totally fine. Okay, so this is my little flower. Here we go. I'm to the back. Now I'm just going to tie the thread off. I'm going to pass it under here and twirl it through as though I was trying to make a French knot. And there it is. Okay, so there's my flower. It actually works from the back and the front. What can I do? Oh, I have the stem. Do I want to do this? This is some wire. We had some outlets changed at our house today. No, I don't think I want to catch that on. I'm going to save that for another day. So here it is. This is today's little Stitch Earth Month stitch along. I've been posting everybody else's stitch alongs in my story, so please check it out. There, I popped a bubble. Ha! They're so satisfying. Isn't it satisfying to pop the bubbles? So I hope you have a lovely Easter tomorrow. And I don't know if is Passover still being celebrated? Ramadan? Whatever you're celebrating, I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend. Thanks for joining me.